Let's get into our very first parable today. We're going to call this one The Dog That Learned to Love the Chain. Now, I ain't talking about a dog on a leash for a walk. I'm talking about them dogs that's lived its whole life with a chain wrapped around its neck. You can tell by looking at the yard. The ground around that dog, it's wore down in a perfect circle. No grass, just dirt. That dog has run the same circle so many times that the earth itself has memorized its pattern. At first, it probably fought and pulled on its neck until it hurt. And after enough time, something inside that dog just began to change. It quit testing the edge. It quit believing there was anything beyond that circle. It quit running toward freedom because freedom had hurt its neck one too many times. Here's the saddest part. If somebody come along and one day just unhooked that chain, that dog might just still stay right inside that same circle, not because it was still chained, but because it had learned its limits. And a whole lot of people, they live their life just like a dog on a chain. They ain't physically chained to nobody, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, they're still sitting and living inside somebody else's circle. They made decisions based on how that person might react. They stay quiet because they already know what's happening if they go and tell the truth. They'll apologize for things that they didn't even ever do. They do that just to keep the calm atmosphere down. They shrink back, they adjust, they tiptoe, they manage moods, and after a while, that just becomes the new normal. But that's the danger that bondage can become normal. Once it does, freedom starts feeling unsafe. You may have said, "Oh, that's just how they are."